That is
He is
reloaded.
worried and very tired. And other police have been hard
Oh,
on him.
okay, so it did save. Okay, good. Hopefully it doesn't crash again.
What do you want from me?
Good day, ABC. Do you know who I am?
Someone who's got it in for me.
I am Hercule Poirot, and I want nothing other than the truth.
He doesn't know who I am.
Ah, you're the detective.
Yes, I am the person you have been sending the letters to.
I didn't write these letters. I've already said so.
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
If I ask him if he thinks he's a killer, I mean, he obviously... I mean, I'm having doubts that he's actually the killer. But I don't want him to know that, so I'm going to accuse him.
You are capable of murder, Mr. Cuss.
It's true. During the war.
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
Oh, is that...
Ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
Why would I get him to believe that he's innocent, though? So I'm just trying to, like, think ahead as to what reaction this would cause, and I'm just trying to wrap my head around these questions. Accuse him of Dr. Clark's murder. Accuse him of 3 murders. Get him to believe that he's innocent. Does he have like a split personality or something? Is that what's happening? Or was he taking orders from someone else? I don't know. Fuck it, let's just...
But you killed him, as well as 2 other people.
That's what they all say.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
Hey, Chucky! I'm not doing very good.
Poor man. If only I could help him. He's in no state to reply.
Give him some water then, dude.
Poor man. If only I could help it.
Okay. Aw, thank you. How was your day? Can I give him some water or something? Or...
He is in no state to reply.
Oh my god, okay. Well...
I am not going to leave before having finished questioning him.
What am I gonna do then? It's not letting me offer water. I can't talk to him. Hold on. Oh, right.
I know this medicine. It is a... Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed.
Okay. Here we go.
Take this. It will help you.
Thank you. Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Bon. I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
Okay, so I already did the square, and he says he was there for work. Ask him if he acknowledges going to the 3 towns. Say that witnesses saw him in the 3 towns.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains. But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
Or the person who was in his room was typing the letters to him. Oh god, okay. Yeah, so someone is setting him up.
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Or does he have a split personality? God, I can't even decide right now.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey?
Okay, well, let's give him some sedatives. There you go.
Take this. It will help you.
Oh, I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
He doesn't deny having committed the crimes, but he has no memory of doing it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, sorry. Then okay, just on Xbox playing Gears of War 4. Nice. I'm doing good. Just been gaming a lot, relaxing at home.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay, so what do we know about Cust's health? Cust is mentally and physically weak, not really the profile of our killer. I guess isn't our killer smart and a seducer and shit? Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt in the Tristan murder? Tristan, which one was that again? Oh yeah, the Carmichael. Oops. Okay. Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt? Are there any clues that do not support Cust's guilt? Okay, no. And there are several details which show Cust is not guilty. Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Cust is guilty? He had no reason to kill them, and he says he didn't write the letters.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then he confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
He's very manipulative.
He behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
I think it was the landlady. I don't know. Is Cust clever? God, I can't even read that. I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Clever. Oh God, okay, is Cust sure of himself? No. Is Cuss the seducer? Wait, am I getting these right? I don't... No, he doesn't. Is Cuss impulsive? I suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Is he generous?
You see? Cuss' character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So, we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
Gaming better than TV. Yes, it is. I don't really watch TV to begin with, so... Go home. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Whatever.
To White Heaven, please.
It still doesn't, like, explain why ABC Killer put White Horse on the envelope instead of White Haven either.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
So do I have to do this every single time?
Churston, Devon. Population 500 inhabitants. Hourly of trains. London, Churston. Trains of evening. London, 6:45 p.m. Newton about 11 a.m. Churston, 11:45 a.m. London, 11:45 p.m. Newton about 6:08 a.m. Churston, 7:15 a.m. Hastings' photo album.
I'm really liking the
He's
look of
very proud of his
Cyberpunk
bag.
getting... Oh yes, I'm getting that as well. It looks really good. Oh. That's weird. It's the first time I can inspect that thing. adjust my mustache. Or not.
Daily Flicker, September 11th, 1935. ABC affair. The latest victim in a narrow escape. The ABC murderer arrested in Doncaster in tragic circumstances. His name is A.B. Cost. He's struck in Andover, strangled in Bexhill, stabbed in Churston, and in Doncaster, he attempted to kill without any weapon other than the terror he inspires. His latest victim would have been Dick D. Dunbar. Mr. Dunbar, a hotel owner, collapsed when he found out suddenly that the killer was staying at his establishment. The police surrounded the hotel and arrested the murderer. Thanks to the quick intervention of the ambulance team, Mr. Dunbar is currently in hospital recovering from a cardiac arrest.
Caused by me. Oops.
The Lancet, September 11th, 1935. General Medical Journal. The alphabet murderer is not psychotic, according to Professor Thompson. In an early issue, we claimed that the alphabet murderer was not psychotic. Our assertion has just been confirmed by Professor Thompson, a Scotland Yard expert, who has spoken to the prisoner at great length. Not all obsessional killers are psychotic, he explained. It is true that Cost has a disturbed personality and memory disorder. But his amnesia, whether real or pretended, does not alter the fact that he was perfectly lucid at the time of his acts. Therefore, he will not escape punishment. The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
Okay.
I have to choose the type of bullets to load.
So which is which? Oh god. What did he say? I wasn't even fucking listening. Oh my god, hold on. Something about white cartridges being empty, or white ammunition are blank. Yeah, there's a real bullets. White ammunition are blank.
The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blank.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wanted the blanks.
The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullet.
I think blanks, because what if the killer gets a hold of the gun? Oh god. It's hard, the choices you have to make. Because you're trying to like think ahead of like what could happen. I always like overthink shit though, so then I just like, yeah, I stress myself out. So I'm putting blank bullets in just in, because I'm thinking, what if there's a fight and then, because we don't want to kill anyone, but we also don't want the killer getting a hold of the gun and shooting someone, you know? So let's put in the blank cartridges. Okay.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon.
No, I'm not the killer. So observe. My old revolver I haven't used in a while.
My revolver is loaded. I now have to give it to Hastings.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna do We're gonna give him blanks. Sorry, guy.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used. It is almost new.
Gandhi mustache. Like, this isn't fucking, you know, the mafia. We don't want to kill anyone.
Chief Inspector, is that you?
Yes. Sorry, but we haven't found anything.
Have you checked the typewriter?
And the packaging, the letter, and the ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind. I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guests coming up the stairs.
Oh, you got good hearing, dude. Okay, was I
Why
supposed
have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he saw drove the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me his letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
She's wearing a different brooch now, I noticed, Miss Thora. Why did the murderer make a mistake on... Ah, that's what I was asking! Why did the murderer make a mistake on the address? Well, it gave us a late. Oh. Yeah, no shit. Why did the killer send his letters to Poirot? Poirot. I can never say this guy's name. Why did he challenge Poirot because he has an inferiority complex? I think he challenged him because he's got an inferior that complex. Or no, he's not. Glory? No. Why did the sender kill his letters? That doesn't make any sense. He wrote to... What?
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
I'm so confused.
Of
That
course.
lesson doesn't make sense to me.
First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of the psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crime?
He was sent there.
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What do we know about Cust? No. No. What the fuck am I doing? Okay, hold on. What do we know about Cust? Cust is easily influenced, which is true. Cust tries to overcome his travel sickness by traveling often. He doesn't like traveling by train. Cust buys newspapers that report the case. Cust went to Mexico because he wanted to swim. Cust was in the war and is... There we go. Cust is mentally fragile and easy to manipulate. Well, that... okay, whatever. How to explain Cust's presence at the crime scenes? No. What the fuck? Alice, Asher, and Betty Bernard are the doctors. He didn't want to see the crime scenes. He just noticed that he was at the crime scenes when they were happening. What? None of these really... The murderer found a way to access Dr. Clark's medical records and tried to burn them in order to hide his tracks. Cust was in the war. That doesn't make... okay, hold on. Let me get rid of these. Okay. Cust is a door-to-door salesman. It is a coincidence that he went to the victims' towns, which is true. Cust tries to overcome his travel sickness by traveling often by train. Cust buys newspapers that report on the case. He wanted to see the crime scenes. Alice, Asher, and Betty. Cust went to... That doesn't fit. What? This doesn't make any sense to me. See, that doesn't make sense. That's... What? Whatever.
Dr. Clark's patients' records provided a very useful list of potential victims, sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cust once and for all, because he never had access to these records. So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cust was following him closely. Cust's highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cust to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
What?
The murderer does not kill out
Oh,
of
fuck! I
interest,
pressed the
but for
wrong button! Damn it, damn it, damn it,
You
damn it!
yourself told us that the murderer was not a
Oh,
psychopath.
fuck, I meant to press circle, not triangle.
Ah oui, absolument. Therefore, let us look for something else.
Shit. I meant to press circle!
There is not one murderer, but 3 accomplices, who all use the same scenario.
Do you mean that 3 murderers with quite different aims joined forces to create a smoke screen? Here's another question. Is it still necessary to find a motive for each crime, and the one in Andover poses problem? Why was poor Mrs. Asher killed?
Indeed. It would be best to forget the theory.
What? Oh, so it's square then. Say that just one murder is of interest to the killer.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions. On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest, and twice to divert our attention. This reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
Donald Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle.
Oh my god, my brain. Okay, hold on. Donald's firm worked. Okay, who was Donald again? The guy sitting in the... Oh my god. I just can't even... oh, sorry. Alright, I'll be off bed now. You take care and speak soon. Okay, yeah, no problem. Have a good sleep. I'm sorry, my brain's just like muddled right now. Okay, so Donald's the guy in the green suit, right? Donald... Who's Donald? That's the guy who had a heart attack, right? I don't even remember. I can't even focus.
He works for Court and Brunskill, one of whose clients was Sir Carmichael.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it, and you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You
okay, it is, yeah.
or Mr. Franklin Clark.
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer?
Franklin, obviously.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is Donald clever? Is Donald sure of himself?
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
And here I was thinking he was the landlady. Is he clever? Yes, I think he's clever. Oh, God. Self-confident. Is Franklin a seducer? Declaration. Likes trains.
As you have all seen, there is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly.
Franklin was impatient.
Because of Miss Grey. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no. You know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà. Light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff. One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Oh, of course you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard is those of Cust.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And why you were searching through your brother's things. And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
I knew it! See, this is why I had
Don't
blanks. This is why I had
I'll
blanks.
never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
But they were blanks. Okay, good. I'm really happy.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark. There is no easy death for you. I expected your reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Yeah. Yeah. At least I can... At least I called that accurately.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England. Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married. On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better. And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since.
That's good. So, was she being poisoned? Maybe a little
Journal
bit.
of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire, even more popular than York Minster.
That was fun. That was a good game, guys. I did make a lot of mistakes, I think. But I really enjoyed it. I'm one of those people where I overthink stuff, so I'm like looking at I'm looking at these answers and I'm thinking ahead of possibilities instead of just kind of like taking it for what it is. So I have a very overactive imagination, so but that was really good. I liked it. That was a really good game. I'm just gonna watch the credits here. Ouch. Oops. Oh, so this game came out like 3 years ago. Based on the novel, The ABC Murders. So that's really cool how it's like the other two murders were just diversions to really throw you off the scent. So I was like, what? Is there 3 murders? Or murderers? So that's why I honestly thought that's what it was, that there was 3 people. And I was like, wait, that doesn't even make, I don't understand, but they're probably going to explain it. And then, of course, that wasn't the case. It was just literally, he killed 2 other people to make a diversion, which is kind of sad, but... Anyways, so I have a couple other games lined up that I want to play. They're also shorter games. I think it's like The Witness, which is another puzzle game, but that can take up, I think, to like 20 hours. So I don't know if I'm going to start that one yet. I also have a game called The Bridge. There's another game I had. There's a whole bunch of like shorter games I'm just trying to go through right now. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna start The Witness because, like I said, it's actually a longer game and it's just all puzzles. I hear it's apparently really hard, like the further you get in. And my brain's like too much right now to like focus on that kind of stuff. So I think The Bridge is also kind of a puzzle game. It's like a black and white 2D. It looks like hand drawn, and it's like really trippy looking. I'm trying to think of the other. Oh, Transistor, which I did start playing like a year ago, and then I just stopped playing it. So I might start that back up. I never finished it. So, and there was another game I have that I want to start. Just trying to remember all the games. 1 second, let me see if I can. Oops. There was... Oh, Forma 8. Which is very... I watched the trailer. It's very... It reminded me a lot of Limbo. It's like a side-scrolling... I guess it's like another puzzle game. God, I have a lot of puzzle games. What else did I have? What Remains of Edith Finch. There's a lot of games I have that I can start up. Anything at the end? God, these are... There we go. At the end here. I wonder if this game is actually, like, I know it's based on her novel, but I wonder if it's actually like the exact same, because I know sometimes like they change things from like the original story, so I wonder if it's the exact same as the book. If they put their own twist on it. Holy crap, these credits are long. But I should be playing Borderlands 2 today with my friend, so it should be up in a couple hours. And I'll stream that. So I haven't played Borderlands 2 in a couple days, so let's just skip this. Okay, so oof, I didn't get all those ego points, but that's okay. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you're new to the channel, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next stream. Bye for now.